Happy Tuesdays, my love. It's Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea All Shade Love in Hip Hop Miami Season 5, Episode 9 review. So the episode begins with Flo having rehearsals for upcoming Caribbean festival show where she'll be bringing out Trina. She's super excited about this. You know, last year she got booed because she couldn't perform at a certain time, and so her slot got taken or something, and so the crowd ended up booing her off stage. So this is her first big performance since then, and she really needs to redeem herself. So she is like super nervous and excited about it. But she tells her girlfriend Claudia that Gael is coming. And Gael and Claudia don't even get along. So I'm like, okay, you and your sister had to talk, but you just that willing to bring her back around you like that? Like, I'm just not understanding this. Like, I don't care if you told me you were sorry 50 million times. You had sex with my husband and kept it secret for years. And on top of that, you knew that my husband had an affair with one of your homegirls and kept it a secret from me. Girl, get out of here. Like, Flo can go, like, literally, because she's stupid. I don't like her, and her storyline is just so Maury Povich. So Claudia was like, am I going as your girl? And Flo was like, why is that, even brought up? Like, my sister gonna be there. Her other sister's gonna be there. And she was like, and my sister don't know that I'm, gay or whatever. And I haven't told my mom yet. She was like, I just need more time or whatever. And the girl is like getting really frustrated with having to wait on Flo to acknowledge that they're together because she's out. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like with Flo, I think that, yes, obviously it's a big thing for her to come out to her family because, of their, background and all of that type of stuff. But a part of me still feel like she want to be with Marlon. Like, I don't know what that lady over there doing. Like I said, get her off my TV. Flo can go. Doing the wrong fucking. We then have Eliza and Amada meeting up together to have a play date with their girls. And I did not even realize Eliza's daughter with Future was so big now. It seemed like that whole situation like literally happened like 2 years ago or something like that. But that little girl looked like she about 4-5 years old. So they sit down and they chatting as the kids playing, and Amada tells her what happened between her and Safari the last time she saw him and how they got into it or whatever. And she talking about she still wondering about their relationship because she still got feelings for him. And I'm just looking at Amara like, oh, I'm so sick of you. Like, so tirelessly sick of you. Like, you just got done throwing a drink at this man's face, throwing every plate and piece of food you can find at this man, but you talking about you wonder, can y'all still work it out? What? Girl, bye, Amara. Like, oh my God, she's an idiot. Eliza like, girl, the trash was taken out for you, leave it there. Like, trying to talk some bit of sense into this girl. And Eliza tells her that, Shay went to Safari's birthday party. And Amada like, oh, really? Because she didn't go because, they into it. So now Amada is upset because Shay still went to his party. Girl, how old are we? You the same person that told Shay to stay out your relationship. You grown, you do what you want to do. She and Safari were cool before y'all even decided to start, doing the bed bingo. And now you want her to be mad at him because y'all had a incident, so she's supposed to not go. Like, you're so childish and petty, Amada. I need for you to go have several seats. Please lose yourself. So Eliza in her confessional time said, I'm afraid that Shay might not have Amada's best interest at heart, especially how she ride for Von Shay. And at this point, I'm like, okay, now it makes sense what Miami Tip was saying about this Eliza broad and how she's toxic and she's a snake and she ruins everything around her. Now I get it, because you don't have a dog in this fight. Why are you trying to build a wedge between Amada and Shay? Y'all just met. You shouldn't even care this much, despite y'all being on a reality show. It's like, what is your motive behind this? You like literally coming on to start trouble. So she then says to Amada, I think it's weird that she hangs with Von Shay. How do you think it's weird that she hangs with Von Shay when Shay been hanging around Von Shay? Like, huh? She was friends with both of them. Her and Amada just not getting back cool again. So she's supposed to have beef with Von Shay because Amada don't get along with Von Shay. Ugh, please stop. So Amada, like, I met Von Shay when her belly was real small and I tried to build it up with her, but the way that she reacted was unacceptable. So I'm thinking, is it Shay? Did she get into her head? Do they be talking behind my back? And I'm like, it took just that for you to get to talking like this, or you was already thinking that about Shay. And so that lets me know that you think so little about her. And why would you even want to be friends with somebody that you even gotta wonder would they try to play you like that? And why would you think that Shay would try to get Von Shay not to like you? Like, what? Once again, what would she be getting out of that? What is she getting out of that? Absolutely nothing. Okay? Because we're going to find out on one of these last 3 episodes that Von Shay and Gunplay ain't even got no money. That house they staying in was being paid for by her family. So, like, what is Shay gonna get out of this? So Eliza Thomas, absolutely they talk about you behind your back. She's miserable. She took that girl man behind her back. And it's like, what did Shay do to you? When you just met this girl, you was all in her face talking to her about Tip and this, that, and the third. And now you sitting up here dogging her to Amada like she done did something to you. Like, what you mean she miserable? Now, whatever the situation is with Shay and Fabo, once again, you ain't in their business. So it ain't affecting you. So why are you even involving yourself? I was like, yeah, Eliza, you can lose yourself too. Please go play in traffic. So, it came out via Tasha K that Fabo was engaged to this woman in Milwaukee where he lived, and that the Tesla he gave Shay was actually the girl's. And Amada was like, I don't want to get myself caught up in that mess, but I don't think she would publicly be with him and have had a baby if they weren't in a relationship. And I appreciated that she didn't, get on the Shay was a home wrecker, bandwagon, but I ain't like the way that conversation really went on both of their behalves when it came to Shay. And what really made me not like the way that conversation went down, because right after that, we see a scene between Shay and Von Shay. They out having drinks, and Shay asks, what happened that night between you and Amada? And she was like, she has a lot of evil ways. She don't want people to know. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. Once again, as far as Von Shay is concerned, you are going so hard for a chick that you only been cool with for maybe a year. Like, why are you so invested? Obviously, you turning this situation up several notches because you on this reality show. And for you to be so well educated, it's obvious that, yeah, you got all these PhDs and degrees and 98 degrees and all of this stuff, but you want to be a celebrity. You want to be a reality star, because if your main goal was to be in medicine or to be a criminal attorney or a Fed or federal agent, whatever you trying to be, you wouldn't even got involved in the show. And if you was going to make several appearances, it wouldn't have been to this extent where you doing all of this ghetto ratchet stuff. But then once again, we always wondering, why would a girl with all of this credibility and smarts be with somebody like Gunplay? Now we all know, because she just as ghetto as he is. She is just as ghetto as he is. She's a smart, ghetto, ratchet young lady. That's exactly what it is. So Shay was like, well, I thought it was supposed to be a conversation between you and Amada. And Von Shay admits that she shouldn't have taken it there with her at the poker game. And Shay in her confession was like, they both think they are perfect and I'm in the middle. And I was like, I agree. So Shay was like, Amada has some ways that I don't like, but she's not an evil person, Now, once again, you're seeing Shay not talking bad about Amada, like not even questioning her friendship or anything like that. Von Shay was like, I think it's weird for you to talk to a person every day, and then when the DJ Envy stuff happened, you just disappear. Well, girl, if that happened, like the way you saying that it happened, then that's God showing you that, okay, this was somebody that you was getting close to, but I'm going to show you that this person ain't who you think she is, so I'm going to remove her, and now you know she ain't on me, you know good, and you need to keep it pushing. You going harder against her than you are your own baby daddy, who is over there a whole deadbeat drunk. We ain't seeing you buck up to him like this yet, unless you do it off camera. But you got all this energy for a broad. Like, it's giving me y'all was kissing. Let me find out. Like, what's going on? So Shay was like, I think there needs to be some type of conversation with her on some, this is what you do as a friend, because I don't want this to continue. And like I said, I appreciate the way she handled the situation. She didn't down talk Amada. She didn't, question her friendship or anything like that, where we saw Amada questioning Shay's integrity and loyalty as a friend, which I do not like. So then Von Shay, prompted by the producers, asked Shay about this whole Milwaukee woman. And Shay looked back at the producers and the cameraman like, I know you lying. Shay was looking at them folks. She was like, I'm not talking about it. I already told y'all. So they tried it. Okay. I'm about to leave. Where's my Uber? Deuces. And she wasn't ready to talk about it. That's understandable. Maybe she was trying to get all the facts before she made a statement, because towards the end of the episode she did. Now I can see if she just flat out refused to never talk about it and she didn't give any type of clarity, but eventually she did. So I'm going to give Shay a pass on not talking about it immediately. So after that, we see Suki at the club, and as she's leaving out, she runs into Zoe. And she tells Zoe, she got her back and that she's going to help her on the record and everything like that, and that she's going to always support her. And then Zoe tells her how Super Cindy cut her from the Queens Don't Compete project because of what Trina told her about her. So she was like, Trina inside, I'm going to take you inside so y'all can talk. I mean, it's obvious that this was already planned from the beginning for them to have this meet up and talk or whatever. So they go inside, and Zoe and Trina sit down and have a one-on-one conversation. And this time, Trina speaks to her like she got some sense. It was like, hi, I'm Trina. How are you? Or whatever. This is our first time meeting or something like that. I've never met you. And she was like, well, yeah, hi, you have met me. But I don't think she was saying it trying to be funny. I think that she was saying it in a way of we haven't cordial, like actually met. But at the end of the day, the way that they first met, Trina was absolutely wrong for the way that she conducted herself. So they sit down and they hash out everything, and Trina in her confessional says, this is Cindy's project. She chooses who's on it. Well, okay, yeah, it's true she chooses who on it, but you're partnering with her, and she wouldn't have taken this girl off of the project if you wouldn't have went to her saying that you can't work with people like this and bad-mouthing her. So dang on well, if you went back to Cindy and said, hey, we've gotten a chance to speak, put her back on the project, she would do that. So once again, Trina just full of crap to me. Then we have Shay meet up with Von Shay at this outdoor little restaurant area in Miami, and Amada, so they can have talk. And the producers asked her about Fable again in this Milwaukee situation in her confessional, and she still refuses to talk about it. So Amada shows up with Eliza, and they all sit down. And I will say, Amada started off the situation very calmly, speaking, her truth. She wasn't being belligerent or ignorant or trying to be smart or anything like that to Eliza. She said, I didn't understand at one point things went from 0 to 1,000. Here go Von Shay already on 1 million, talking about you sitting here acting like you don't know who the F I am for starters. Like, girl, why are you so angry? Like, are you taking out your family frustrations out on this girl because the crime ain't fitting the time? I know that ain't the right one. Y'all, being these analogies, these metaphors, always messing up. So Amada was like, I've only known you for a couple of months. And she was like, Amada. And so she was like, I've been to your house and you acting like you haven't known me at all. And Amada was like, I never said that you didn't. You and I have known each other for a couple of months. That's what I said. And I'm like, so just because you went to somebody's house mean you know them? Like, girl, you are way too invested in this friendship. Like, did you not grow up with friends? So Shay and Eliza just sitting there being quiet as they going back and forth. And Von Shay was like, somebody get this girl a drink. And Amada was like, you've already had enough of those for the both of us. And I guess that must have hit a nerve, child, because you know her man over there, a whole alcoholic, and hell, maybe she is too. So Von Shay was like, keep playing with me and it's going to end up on you. And she's pointing her finger across the table at Amada. And I'm like, girl, you are so aggressive. Calm down. So Von Shay was like, you was acting like a bee until your little friend came in. And I was like, your little friend? Like, now, understanding at this point, we don't like Eliza, but she don't even know Eliza not to like Eliza yet. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, why you attacking Eliza, girl? Like, you jealous because she got a new friend? Like, it's giving me obsessed. Single white female, hands that rock the cradle. Like, what is happening? So Eliza sitting there with her mouth wide open. And I was like, yeah, now you just gonna sit there with your mouth wide open, but you had a lot to say when y'all was at Toys R Us Kids. Your little punk self. So then Amada was like, why are you being weird right now? And Von Shay says, because you can't beat my A. And I was like, now how did it escalate to y'all fighting, girl? Like, what? Like, ain't you about to graduate from college and all of this stuff? Like, what is going on with you? So Amada was like, it's not that I can't, it's that I have more to lose than you. At this point, Von Shay decides to throw her drink on Amada and it splashes all over her face. And was it wrong? Yes. But that was karma, retribution for what you had just did to Safari, because you need to grow up. And that was God trying to tell you something. Bet you won't throw no drink on nobody no more. So at this point, Amada just sat there for a minute. Like, she was fuming mad. And so Von Shay was like, no, Eliza says, we came here to have a talk like ladies, right? And Von Shay said, this bitch is weird. And Amara at this point throws the whole plate of food on Von Shay. And I think the plate even hit Von Shay in the face. But I think it was plastic, so it ain't do too much of nothing. So Amada was like, I would have never thought that a woman with a PhD would be out in public acting like this. Me neither, girl. Me neither. So Von Shay was like, just like you're a lady, right? You're a lady, but you're a whore. You're P-U-S-S-Y, a walking graveyard. Whoa. I'm 24, married, and happy. And Amada said, no, the F you ain't. And I was like, exactly, like, cause who you trying to convince? Amada was like, no, the F you ain't, as you going through, cause you going through mad issue in your marriage. And Von Shay was like, you F your Negro's best friend and ended up a single mother of two. Look at your effing life. Y'all, this was Amada's face when she said that. I screenshotted it. Amada didn't have no choice but to look at her like, damn, she got me. Because why was this her exact face after that girl said that about her? Because I was like, ooh, she cut you deep right there, because that was the truth. You took the biggest L of them all. But I'm like, girl, Von Shay, you can't talk about nobody else's relationship when you over there dealing with a whole crackhead and living off your mama, child, and the man older than you. How you gonna marry somebody that's older than you, ain't got nothing, a crackhead, an alcoholic, be destroying your house, destroyed your family, disrespect your mama, disrespect you, took GoFundMe money? Like, girl, you can't talk about nobody. So Amada ends up leaving, and Shay and Fabo are moving out of their place and into a house together. And I'm wondering, now that they've broken up, because I saw the video that y'all sent me showing that Shay said on a live or whatever that she broke up with him because of the way she saw that he talked to her mother. Hallelujah. But it shouldn't have even took all that for you to see it on television. You should have respected what your mama told you, but whatever. So I'm wondering, whatever this house was they moved in together, is she still in it? Like, I want to know. So anywho, they moving, and she finally confronts him about the Milwaukee girl, and she finally decides to talk about it in her confessional. And apparently the Milwaukee girl was saying that When Shay told Fabo she was pregnant, he told her to get an abortion because he was engaged. And she said that the Tesla was hers and that they were actually engaged. So Fabo was like, if the Tesla was hers, why she ain't came and got it? Okay, that's dead it right there. And he says that the girl is delusional. And Shay was like, fix your baggage. And he was like, I ain't got no baggage. Like, it ain't nothing or whatever. Do I believe anything this girl is saying? I believe there's truth in what she's saying. I think she's telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth. No, but I firmly believe that this man was dibbling and dabbling probably between the both of them, because Shay said that they've been dealing with each other for 10 years on and off, and she kept this man a secret. It's a reason why you kept him a secret. You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't fully yours. Now, do I think that Shay might have known that him and this girl had engagement plans or was engaged? I don't know, because she don't live in Milwaukee, so I don't know. But Fabo looked like a liar. I mean, look at him. He's trifling. So as MJ pulls up as Fabo is outside putting boxes in the moving truck and confronts him about the situation with the mother. Now, see, this is my problem with MJ, because he talked all of this stuff to the mama. I don't appreciate him talking to my mama like that. He got me messed up. I'm gonna have to go check him. Okay, I'm gonna go check him for my mama. And when he got there, if he really wanted to run up, he had ample opportunity and time to run up on Fabo and hit him with a one-hitter quitter, and he chose not to. He told him, I'm here to have a talk. I'm here to have a conversation. And Fabo was like, well, either you're going to pick up some boxes and help, or you can go, because I don't do all that talking. And I have to give Fabo at least that much. But if you didn't do all that talking that you say you don't do, then you would have swung too. Both of y'all a bunch of talk. I'm so disappointed in MJ, because you had one job to do, sir. One job, and you couldn't even get that one right. So security get to blocking both of them. Shay come outside crying, addressing her brother, talking about, so we'll handle this at another time. You embarrassing the F out of me. You embarrassed the F out of you, okay? So MJ ended up walking away in his cream jogging suit and scub cap. I guess that was his fighting outfit, because he ain't have on one of them Scooby-Doo fedoras that he always wearing. Shay go tell that man Thompson, go change your clothes, you look hot, because it was the middle of summertime. And I'm like, who comes to fight in a cream jogging suit? Boy, you knew right then and there that you was not about to fight nobody. You wasn't getting that jogging suit messed up. Goodbye, MJ. Then at the end of the episode, it's the day of Flo's performance, and she got 90 minutes to get there. She's running late. Her dancers haven't even left out the building yet to get there to the venue. Trina's not answering the phone. Gael is in the back seat hyping her up, saying Trina, played you and she ain't ish, this, that, and the third. She gets to the venue on time, but Trina's still nowhere to be found. The dancers still aren't there. Marlon coming to give his support. Claudia mean mugging him like, what you doing here? Flo looking at Marlon with the goo eyes, because every time she see him, she get put in a trance for whatever reason I don't understand. And then she's told that she has to go on stage in 2 minutes, and if she don't, she forfeiting her performance. So she literally has to go out on stage and perform by herself, but we're left on a cliffhanger, child. Oh Lord, it was a good episode. I must say, a really good episode. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to give this week's episode of Love and Hip Hop Miami, I'm going to give this a B+. It was a good episode. I want to say that my MVP of this episode will go to Suki and Zoe. I think they were the most valuable players in this week's episode. And the biggest loser of them all in this episode for me has to be Von Shay and MJ's outfit and his non-willing to box it up with his sister baby daddy, because you talked a gang of trash ish and didn't do nothing. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the episode down below. Let's talk about it all. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.